Old Fashioned Football and Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code OFFSGPN.
Hey, what's up? This is Sam Macho, and you're listening to Old Fashioned Football.
Welcome to Old Fashioned Football. If you're wondering who you listen to, this is JMark at JMark Football. We had some weird tech stuff going on where it was not putting us onto YouTube. We are back. Hopefully you're seeing it. But if you're wondering who us is, that's at Old Fashioned FB. Before I keep going, I got to bring in my co-host on the pod and in life. You can find her on the X at the Mark. How you doing today?
Doing great. Nothing like a take two. For round two of podcasting tonight.
To be fair, take one seemed a little bit of a shit show.
It was.
That's all. Besides YouTube aside,
we got our shit back together kind of quickly there, but it was then another shit show. So
yeah. Hopefully you can see us. Hopefully it's working now.
Mm-hmm. We're live. We're live on Insta. We're live on everything. Is the socials.
Well, I gotta do my spiel again then, because I was ranting about the fact that maybe I started a bad thing. Because Cody, the NASCAR Gambling Podcast, saying we're beautiful as ever, and I look all right too. I'll take that. When we were doing our whiskey tasting, we somehow stumbled into rating the quarterbacks by looks
of the AFC East,
and now we have to make it a thing.
Now we've got to rate the quarterbacks of the. You said I have to do it. It's my responsibility.
I mean, I'll join in with you, but I think your opinion, because I mean, when it comes down to it, I can appreciate if a dude looks well. I'm not questioning any type of sexuality. I'm manly enough to be able to say, like, I could say, yeah, that's good looking dude. But I don't think it's the same type of attraction as yours. Anyways, I hope not.
Well, we rated them differently. You would have put.
We did. Josh.
You would have put two at the bottom, and he's my number one.
Okay, but here's the problem. We go into the kitchen to make the new cocktail, and Miranda goes, I forgot Tua look like that. I'm like, fuck. Shit. What did I start?
I didn't realize he had as many tats.
It was the tattoos that did it for her. I have some, but I'm gonna have to get
You're
more.
Gonna have to get a sleeve.
Yep. I mean, I've been wanting a sleeve, so that works out. Jamie pointing out twice in one night, he didn't know I had the stamina. Man, I can surprise you with.
You don't know, but never mind.
Never mind. Make sure you go check out our earlier episode. I swear we're not as in the booze as much as it probably seems.
It's late though. This is a long day. It's a long day. We got ready for we were going to guest on a podcast before our other podcast.
Yeah. That didn't work out.
They had technology issues, but we were all ready. So this is like round 3 of podcasting tonight. But
Jamie, thank you. I hope Miranda agrees, but thank you.
You
said it first. You said it first.
Hey,
Jamie.
I didn't know I had to say it. It's a given.
Make sure you go check out, if you missed it, go check out the AFC East preview with our good buddy Cody Zeeb, who is a Patriots fan. That was a lot of fun. He had a lot of good intel.
Yes.
Obviously, he's high on his Patriots. He's a little nervous that it seems like everybody's high on them. Are you saying he was
over high on his Patriots?
No, I'm saying
you're like, obviously he's high on his Patriots.
I'm saying obviously he's high because I was thinking about this the other day when I was getting ready to be on the SGP show for the Bears. It's like, not many fans probably go in with bad expectations. Like, what's the point of being a fan if you're like,
like that Bears optimism? It's always there. It gets crushed.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Quickly,
it gets crushed, but it's always there. And
like, that's what being a fan is all about. You're going to be hyped every season. You have to be. It's misery if you're not. You have to be hyped. You gotta believe. But no, I'm saying he was obviously hyped. Now he was a little hesitant because it seems like a lot of people are hyping this Patriots
which
team.
I understand like the overhypeness.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, everybody's like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, it's too good to be true.
Now we'll get into it when we get into the NFC North, but like the Bears, their win total projection right now on the books is the same as last year. Not what they finished, but it's the same start as last year. Shouldn't it be better? Shouldn't you think that Caleb Williams?
Well, maybe because last year, what was it last year? What did it say?
8.5.
8.5. Well, because we went 5-12.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, well, let's try for 8.5 because we got to be better than the 5-12. So let's go for 8.5 again.
Do it again. Yeah. I don't know. You would just think the expectations of this season would be higher than last season. I had a feeling Jamie would say this. Not for the Browns. There's no hope for us. I get it. That's rough to be a Browns fan, but
at least there's like drama going on. Maybe with the Browns.
Maybe
there's a little bit of entertainment.
There's a lot of drama for sure. Yeah. Make sure you check out that earlier episode. But this episode, we're talking AFC South, and yeah, tell them, I mean, kind of how the format's
going. Yeah, we're going to stick to the same format. We're going to go through the off-season changes and any news. Throw a little bit of fantasy focus in there because if you are into fantasy football, you have been drafting already. You're about to draft, depending on how many leagues you're in. Justin's going to give his bets at the end. And
a little head thing with that. His bets.
Calm down. And then we'll get into the whiskey, which I'm just going to go right into what we're drinking because
whoa,
I know I stole your line.
What are we drinking today?
All right. Well, today we're drinking. As we said on our previous show tonight, we had 2 different bottles of Smoke Wagon that we wanted to review on the show. And on our earlier show, we did a review on Smoke Wagon's Distiller Select? Blender Select. I knew Distiller wasn't right. Yeah. Blender Select Rye. And now we are going to be drinking Smoke Wagon Uncut the Younger bourbon.
Which is a weird name.
Uncut the Younger in quotes.
But they have just a uncut bourbon.
Mm-hmm. This is the younger bourbon.
Yeah. So if you like them young, you might like this one. And you made
the old fashions again. And already, like, this is the right color. This is a darker old fashioned.
I see what you're talking about though.
Blender Select Rye was a little light before it was watered down for me.
Yeah. And it was a lighter whiskey, but I also see what you're talking about with I gave you a choice on ice cubes. You took the football.
I took the football.
I took the rose that you had last time and it is gone.
It's gone. So you have a watered down old fashioned.
Those are bad.
We can't do that. No more roses. The roses are cool when you if you're making an old fashioned, and sometimes in my old fashions when we have the Bordeaux cherries, dark cherries, I put a tiny bit of the dark cherry juice in the rose, and then it's really pretty, and then but it does melt fast, especially right now. It's kind of hot.
Yeah, it is. Cody's saying, on the other hand, all the hype shows why he's so optimistic. Jamie's saying maybe the Bears can win more if they give more touches to Roschon. I talked about
Johnson again.
I talked about this on SGP show last night, talking about the Bears previewing their season. Like, I don't understand the hype on Roschon. People need to give it up. And Jamie started drafting best ball at the end of February. A true DJ.
Well, yeah, you can do that
before you even know who those rookies are landing with. It's a dangerous game, but it is fun as well. Before we get into the AFC South, remember the Sports Gambling Podcast is back with their 32 NFL team previews. I was on the Bears one last night. Tomorrow, Cody Zeeb's going to be on.
Feels like a week ago already.
It does. Tomorrow, Cody, who is just our guest, is going to be on the SGP show talking the Patriots. And the SGP crew's back, bringing the phrase that pays. Each episode, they'll give out one word of a 32-word phrase. Submit the phrase for a chance to win a $1,000 circa future. Should we start right away?
Yeah, we're going to go in order of the division.
Yeah, which is the Texans.
It's the Texans.
Yeah.
Some of their off-season changes. They brought in wide receiver Christian Kirk, left tackle Cam Robinson, safety Chauncey Gardner-Johnson Jr. That's a mouthful. They brought him in the free agency. And then in the draft, they added wide receivers Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel, both who, just so you know, they're from Iowa State.
Orange Chicken was just saying in our last pod, for fantasy football, draft
Just
all
all
Iowa
Iowa
State
State.
people.
Iowa
Texans did
players,
that.
Iowa State or Iowa, like University of Iowa is the tight end capital. Like
they've kind of taken over tight end.
They make they're
It
tight
used to
end.
be Miami. Now I think you could make a case for Iowa.
You absolutely can.
Yeah,
could
for sure.
Do I need to?
TJ Hawkinson,
Kittle,
Kittle.
Noah Fant. He had a brief stint up in like the top. Like,
he did
once a brief stint.
Yeah,
he's not as legendary as the others.
Legend, and I hope you're not lactose intolerant because the next word is dairy.
Yes. Anyway, sorry, got off on a little tangent. How can I not? They also drafted offensive tackle Ariante Ursary.
Yeah, that's how I say it.
Yeah, I always question myself on that one. And cornerback Jalen Smith. Now they lost tackle Laramie Tunsil, wide receiver Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, he went to Cody's Patriots.
Yep, just talked about that. And then they also lost guard Kenyon Green.
Yeah, absolutely. And shout out to Jamie, sweetest dude in the chat. You know what else is kind of hot? You two sexy humans. Thank you, Jamie. I'm just going to pick up where you left off. Houston had a struggling offensive line last year, and then they trade away their best offensive lineman in Laramie Tunsil. That concerns me a little bit for CJ Stroud. Now, they did add some line help, but I don't know if it replaces Tunsil. Their offseason moves almost kind of make it seem like they're overly confident that they can control this division.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's just kind of a recap. I like bringing in the wide receiver depth because last year Tank Dell gets hurt.
He will not be playing this year.
No. When Nico Collins was banged up, it's like, where do they go? So I love bringing in the depth, but Stroud's got to be able to have time to throw it for that depth to matter.
He does. Do you want to break down a little bit of the fantasy focus here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Obviously at quarterback, if Stroud stays healthy, he's a must grab.
Yeah.
I have always been big on Stroud.
We talked about Scott Fishbowl last podcast.
Scotch fish.
Scotch. I'm in the whiskey, man. The Scotch. I have a Stroud Nico stack in that, which I was happy with it.
Yeah. Want to talk about running backs?
Yeah, so the running backs is kind of interesting because they have Joe Mixon. They signed Nick Chubb, who obviously coming back from that ACL, MCL, everything, didn't look like the same back, but maybe he needed more time. He might get it because Joe Mixon is banged up, and there are some rumors out there that he's going to miss the start of the season and that Nick Chubb could steal his job. I think overall I'm staying away from this backfield. That's too many question marks. It's
a lot of question marks.
Yeah, I don't know if Nick Chubb will ever be Nick Chubb again. I don't think he can get back to that, unfortunately. It's his second total blowout in that same knee. You got to think about like how he cuts is different, how he runs is different. Everything is going to be different with that scar tissue in there. And if Mixon, who's aging anyways, isn't healthy already and can't stay healthy, I love Joe Mixon, but I'm staying away this year.
I'm kind of in the same boat as you.
Yeah.
At wide receiver, we just talked about the fact that Tank Dell won't be playing this year. And I mentioned earlier that we drafted the 2 Iowa State wide receivers, which they needed some added help there for Nico Collins.
Yeah.
I think that Christian Kirk has some sneaky fantasy football value this year.
I 100% agree.
And then, obviously I skirted around Nico, but he's obviously going to be a stud.
I don't know if I've heard you say skirted around. I like that. Nico stud. Like I said, I got him in the stack, but Christian Kirk, I think, is going to be slept on. That's a very reliable guy who he's good out of the slot. They can play him outside wide if they want as well. I thought he was pretty good last year until he did get hurt. So if he's healthy, I think that's a decent play. And then Dalton Schultz, he's a decent tight end if you decide to wait and bargain shop. I wouldn't take him as like a top 8 tight end. No. Maybe not even top 10. But if you're towards the end there.
How old is he now?
Dalton Schultz, he's old as fuck, man. I don't have his age in front of me.
I do. He's 29. He's not that bad.
The same age as Josh Allen.
He is, but we just got done talking about an even older one in Kincaid.
Yeah.
Kincaid's 30.
Is he? No.
No, he was 30th. No, he's not 30. He was
It's like, wait a
30th.
minute.
I'm mixing. See, the
This
whiskey's
dude
getting
is-
to me. He was tied in 30. To me,
That's
30.
fair.
I mean,
That's fair.
hold on. Now I have to see how old Kincaid was.
I think
like
he's
older.
26.
He's 25.
I was
Sorry,
close.
Dalton. I really just,
Aging in
Dalton
5
Kincaid.
years.
I really like.
You're thinking, maybe you're thinking of Dawson Knox, their other tight end.
I don't know.
He, I do believe, is 30.
Is he?
I
do you know how hard what is hard to keep track of? The age of all these players. Okay.
I can barely keep track of my own age. When people are, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 30. Carry the 1, 8. Yeah, that's it. While you're looking up Dawson Knox, you got it.
He's 28, so you're wrong again.
I aged him 2 years. Sorry, Mr. Knox. Before we keep going, did you have anything else you want to talk about with the Texans, by the way?
No.
I don't know how we got onto the Bills. We were talking Texans. We got onto the Bills.
We start because of Dalton Schultz, and then I said, well, we just talked about 30-year-old Kincaid.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He's 30, he's 25. I said he's 25.
I wouldn't draft, Dalton Schultz unless it's just wait till the last tight end's your last position you're focused on, etc. Before we keep going to talk about these other teams, I want to let you know that we're brought to you by MyBookie. MyBookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every sport, including the MLB, WNBA, golf, and of course, football futures, and of course, CFL. And as Rod from the NASCAR Gambling Podcast pointed out, and he's writing for So You Like Sports. Of course, he also is the creator of that, but he writes esports for that, Call of Duty type stuff, which, man, I wish back when I was in college that I knew there was a future in that, because video games were my life. I mean, I played so much Halo that it put me back in college. Maybe I should have just stuck with the Halo. I could have been somebody you're placing bets on MyBookie for esports. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations, easy deposit, and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Just head over to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply, of course. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. You've heard us talk about Rhythm before, and you've heard us talk about their game-changing feature, Power Trends. Essentially, it is the best of what their house model has to offer. These are AI detected patterns where Rhythm's model has consistently won and has a high return on interest. I know, AI is taking over the world. I get it. I don't like it either, but if it's right, it's right. Power Trends are updated daily and exclusive to Rhythm. No touts, no noise, just clean data-backed bets. MLB Power Trends are 254 and 147. That's a win rate of 63% and an ROI, return of interest, of 4.5% in their past 400 bets. Who's laughing at AI now? Plus, the WNBA Power Trends are 35 and 20 since their launch. That's a 63.64% win rate, a 20.7 return on interest. Whew. Let's fucking go. Download the Rhythm app, check out the Power Trends, and start betting smarter. You know we will be. Get your 7-day free trial today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM, Rhythm. We're back. Yeah, that was a hype ad read. That might have been my best yet.
Oh my goodness. We'll see.
All right. Let's go.
Next up, we got the Colts, who finished second in their division last year. Some of their off-season changes, I think their biggest question has been, can Anthony Richardson stay healthy and develop?
Right.
They no longer have Joe Flacco, Joe Flacco. I mean,
Joe fucking Flacco.
He comes in and he saves the day when he's needed.
Ageless wonder.
So they don't have him to back him up. But they did bring in another quarterback to help.
Dan Jones.
Yes, Daniel Jones. We'll see if he's Daniel. He's Daniel Jones when he's sucking. He's Dan Jones when he's the man.
Yeah, Dan the motherfucking man.
Yes. So they'll hope he's Dan Jones and not Daniel. They also brought in cornerback Travarius Ward, safety Cameron Benham. One interesting thing for me is that Dan Jones picked Colts over a similar offer from the Vikings because he believed he had a better shot at starting. Whether that's because, I mean, this is telling, is it not?
Well,
he thinks he has a better shot at starting
I get
for
it,
the
though.
Colts, and that does that mean like he thinks Richardson isn't going to be able to stay healthy, so he's going to get starts?
I mean, it's hard to
That's
blame
not
him for
showing a lot of
thinking-
confidence. He's like, oh, this is the better place for me because I'll get the start.
It's hard to blame him for that though,
Mhm.
because Anthony Richardson has not stayed healthy. So I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Vikings were enthralled with JJ McCarthy. They probably said to him like, he's going to be our starter, but we want you back as the backup. And I'm sure he did look at the Colts and say, well, this guy can't stay healthy. I'm going to go there. I get it.
Yeah. They also drafted tight end Tyler Warren, edge rusher JT Tumalalo. I always butcher this. I can't say these names.
It's the Hawaiian names that get you every time. Me
Tumalu?
too.
Tua Tagovailoa, doesn't it?
Fair enough. We know that one. Oh gosh, there she is on Tua again.
Just keeping the Tua theme going.
Yeah, of course. Why not, right?
Sorry. I still didn't get it out.
Tumaloa.
Tumaloa. I can say that.
Timon and Pumbaa. I don't know.
Timon and Pumbaa. Stop it. We're done. And they drafted quarterback Justin Wally, offensive tackle Jordan Travis.
Yeah, I mean they focused a lot on their secondary,
yeah.
which I think was needed because their secondary was terrible last year. They also had a struggling offensive line. They lost 2 of their better linemen. And that's not a good thing when you have quarterback Anthony Richardson who can't stay healthy. And maybe that's what Daniel Jones said. He said, you know what? It's a bad offensive line, but I can stay healthy. So at least I'll get my playing time.
You'd think Richardson would, be the starter just because they did draft him 4th overall. Can't forget that.
That's
true.
True.
Just a couple of years ago, he was the 4th pick.
Yeah, they have a lot invested in him for sure.
But maybe they have lost their patience.
I mean, fantasy football wise, I have. Let's transition right into that.
I think it's a big risk.
Yeah.
But can he stay healthy? And then Dan Jones, when he is Dan Jones instead of Daniel, he's Dan Jones.
Right. Which, I mean, theoretically for fantasy football has only been 1 year. I get it. But but I do think
it's the potential.
Right.
It's the potential.
They both have potential, but you can't trust either.
But one is riskier.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Anthony Richardson is riskier.
And then at running back, they have Jonathan Taylor. He should be good as always. He's a solid contributor in the run and pass game. Beyond that, I feel like this is a hard team to nail down because of just not knowing who that quarterback is going to be.
100%. I mean, I actually think these receivers are more draftable or better in fantasy football if Daniel Jones is the quarterback. Anthony Richardson, great athlete. And he's got a big arm. He made some big plays when he was healthy, but he's a running, big-bodied quarterback, right? Dan Jones, I think, can spread the ball around better. But so if before the season starts and they go, hey, Daniel Jones is our starter, maybe I am looking at guys like Michael Pittman. But I'm probably staying away altogether. As far as tight end goes, they did draft Tyler Warren. I think he's a really good PPR play. Beyond, I think he's going to catch a lot of passes. I don't know if he's going to have a ton of yards. I don't know if they're going to move the ball enough for him to have yards, but I do think he's good PPR.
He's somebody I'm just staying away from because I think it's too much of a question.
Number 1 rated tight end coming into the draft on most scouting boards, but apparently not Chicago Bears, who went with Colston Loveland. I don't want to hate on the Bears. Everything I hear from Loveland.
Well, they have positive. They have him in with the first string, and they have Komet with second string right now.
I know, and I have heard that Tyler Warren has small hands. I do not like football players with small hands. Kenny Pickett. Anyways,
okay.
Kenny Pickett's got small hands, and I said he was not going to be good because of his small hands. And look, now he's on the Browns. Sorry, Jamie. Sorry.
All right, let's move on. We've got the Jags up next. They had a very disappointing season last year. And then this offseason, first they brought in new coaching staff, starting with former Bucs offensive coordinator Liam Cohen, who he was named their head coach.
Yeah, and I mean, he did well with Tampa, but at the same time, Baker Mayfield, I feel like, has made offensive coordinators look good.
Yeah. And then their main losses, I'm just
thinking of his introductory press conference where he went, Duval. And it's just like, what's wrong with this guy? What? Anyway, sorry.
No, the Jags lost Christian Kirk, who we just, he's now
with the Texans.
Yeah. They lost tight end. This one, I don't know. They lost Evan Ingram,
who's with the Broncos now, and I think it was a great move by the Broncos.
I do think that was a good move by them because Evan Ingram still got talent.
Yeah, very strong. Yeah.
Safety Andre Sisco, tight end Luke Farrell, and quarterback Mac Jones.
Probably not a big loss, but
probably not. And then in the free agency, they added center Robert Hainsley, wide receiver De'Ami Brown, safety Eric Murray, cornerback Jordan Lewis, and offensive lineman Patrick McCarry.
Yeah. And then as far as the draft, I mean, they kind of surprised everybody when they traded up. I did not expect this by any means. They traded up to draft wide receiver / cornerback Travis Hunter. I'm hearing in training camp that he's doing 2 days as wide receiver and then 2 days as cornerback, then 2 days as wide receiver. So it seems like they truly do think he play
can be
100% of snaps. Yeah. And you haven't seen that for a long, long time. You have not seen a NFL player play 100% of snaps, offense and defense. He might do it. They also drafted cornerback Caleb Ransaw, offensive tackle Wyatt Millum, and running back Bayshul Tootin, who I like that addition. I don't know if I like this running back room, but I like Tootin. I think he's got a lot of talent. But yeah, this should be an improved team overall. I mean, they made
improvements.
They made improvements.
They also lost. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram, those are veterans that it's kind of a tough loss to them. I agree with that. This is all going to come down to Trevor Lawrence. This was a guy that was called a generational talent. Can he ever live up to that? Because he has not yet.
He hasn't. I don't mean to jump ahead to fantasy, but
let's jump ahead.
He's a mid-range quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm staying away from him in fantasy football.
Same. I mean, I'm not saying, is he going to win some games? Is he going to pass for good yards some games? Yeah. But I don't trust him to be consistent. I don't trust him to be a top 12 type of guy. Not at all.
And for running backs, I'm not sure how the running back room plays out after, it was a disappointing year last year.
Yeah.
Can Travis Etienne bounce back?
No.
No, you're just answering. No, he can't. He's done.
He's done.
I think I'm having trouble trusting him. Reports from camp are that Tank Bigsby is getting more carries with the first team.
Yeah. So it seems like they're out on Travis Etienne as well. I think they should have drafted his brother, Trevor. He ended up going to the Panthers, but I think a combo of Travis and Trevor would have been pretty good. For the wide receivers, there's two I trust.
Who?
One is Brian Thomas. We saw him do great last year. I got into plenty of arguments because I said Brian Thomas is going to finish better than Malik Neighbors in year one. And no way. Malik Neighbors is so much better. But Malik Neighbors was on the Giants and had a bad quarterback play. And Brian Thomas did finish better than him. So pat on the back.
On the back.
He had a strong rookie season. I think he can build off of that. We were high on him last year. It paid off. The other one that I can trust, you're going to go, oh, Travis Hunter. No. I don't know. I'm not sold on Travis Hunter as a wide receiver or a cornerback. I don't think it can be done at the NFL level. I'm going to say that I don't think he has the body type. He's kind of a thinner guy. I don't think he can withstand hits as a wide receiver and play cornerback on defense. So that's not who I'm excited about. The guy I'm excited about is De'Ami Brown. Yeah. The speedster, he was with the Washington Commanders, comes over to Jacksonville. I think he could be a stretch the field, big play type of guy. And yeah, maybe he only gets 3 catches a game, but those 3 catches go for, let's say, 80 yards and a touchdown. I mean, I think he could be pretty interesting fantasy football wise as a deeper play. Yeah.
Yep. For tight end, with the loss of Ingram, I don't know. I'm just kind of staying away from Jags at the tight end position.
I don't think I could even name their tight end right now. So I'm definitely staying away. You're like, I'm going to look it up then. Let me get out the old sleeper app.
I always have sleeper app. Gotta have a sleeper up.
That's fair. While you're looking at the old sleeper app, I gotta let you know.
Oh, Brenton Strange. I forgot about that.
Brenton Strange.
Mm-hmm.
He was a rookie last year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I trust Brenton Strange to be the guy.
I don't know. He doesn't have enough. There's not enough out there for me to gamble on that.
No, absolutely not. Before we keep talking about the AFC South, gotta let you know that we are brought to you by the Circa Million and Circa Survivor, the world's greatest sportsbook. Circa Las Vegas is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest, the Circa Million, the Circa Survivor, and don't forget the Circa Grandissimo with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. That Grandissimo is, I believe, a $100,000 entry. Kramer is trying to build a bankroll of bets to get into it. I hope he makes it. You can't call yourself a true degen if you're not competing in Circa football contests, though I understand if you can't get into that Grandissimo, I can't either. Come hang out with SGPN at the Circa contest weekend. That's August 21st through 23rd for an amazing weekend, including live shows and open bars. By the way, we got an open invite from SGP to come out to Las Vegas week 4 when Bears play Raiders to go to the Bears game. Watch the Bears play the Raiders, hang out at the Circa. The guys thought it would be great for a little Midwestern talk with us and Derek Stevens. They thought it would just be a fun conversation to watch. Derek Stevens, a great dude. And he's so great that you can get 15% off a stay at Circa with promo code SGP15. The contests are open to everyone. Sign up in Nevada and play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com and use promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. And Miranda, another great place to get down on some action.
Absolutely. And that's Underdog. We are brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. There's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. Underdog is also a great place to play Pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times your entry. So what are you waiting for? Go sign up with promo code OFFSGPN to claim your special pick plus first-time deposit offer of up to $1,000 in bonus credits. That's UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code OFFSGPN.
All right, we are back. Should we talk about the last team?
I'm always throwing my hands when I'm doing my underdog.
You
You're probably like, I'm going to get hit.
I just move out of the way. I'm like, let's watch this woman work, and I'm just going to move out of the way.
All right. Last for this AFC South preview is the Titans.
Yeah. I feel like we need to check in with our friend of the pod, Victoria Edie Butler, and get a read on how she feels about the Titans right now.
The Titans have had just a lot of changes since we had her on our show.
I mean, they had Derrick Henry.
They had Derrick Henry back when she was on.
She knew that he would be leaving soon. She kind of sensed that, but said it was going to be sad to see him go.
Yeah.
Talking about other people they lost: edge rusher Harold Landry, linebacker Kenneth Murray, and wide receiver Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. I don't feel like those are losses you can't overcome by any means.
No. And then they added offensive tackle Dan Moore, linebacker Cody Barton, offensive lineman Kevin Zeitler, defensive tackle Draymond Jones, safety Xavier Woods, and wide receiver Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, which I'll talk about that in a little bit here when we talk about fantasy. They added in the draft, they had the first overall pick. It's just weird to me that you just didn't hear much about it. You don't get a lot of hype on Cam Ward. The whole draft was overtaken by, well, sure, Sanders is falling to the second, to the third, to the fourth, to the fifth. You didn't get a lot of hype on Cam Ward, and I think that's a mistake by people.
Yeah.
I think he is going to be a good quarterback. They also drafted edge rusher Oluwafemi Oladejo. I hope I did that right.
It sounds right.
It sounds right. Thank you. Safety Kevin Winston, wide receiver with a kind of a funny name here, Chimmery Dyke, and tight end Gunnar Helm. Obviously, like I said, the biggest news was Cam Ward as their quarterback. Now, news has come out since then that Will Levis, their
Shoulder.
former, I think he was a second rounder, but former
just a
quarterback.
couple years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
He's got a shoulder injury. He's going to have surgery. And then they said, these reports said, well, this solidifies Cam Ward as the starter instead of Will Levis. Let me tell you what. If you thought Will Levis was going to start over Cam Ward, you're out of your fucking mind. Like, what? Of course Cam Ward was going to start. That was never in question. I don't know why all these reports acted like it was. Will Levis was never going to be the starter of that team. Never. Unless Cam Ward got injured, but never. It was
you got a little intense there for me.
Sorry.
No, but I think, speaking of that, like, I think for jumping into fantasy here, Cam Ward is a great dynasty choice.
Oh yeah.
Not sure if he's a good redraft quarterback selection right now, unless it's maybe your QB2 in Superflex.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust him yet.
I think he needs to. We got to see some out of him with this team.
100%.
And then running backs, they have Tony Pollard, Tyjae Spears. They're going to continue to split time, but I think that it's going to be Pollard's backfield.
Yeah, and it was last year. Spears couldn't stay healthy, so I agree with that. As far as wide receivers, I said I was going to bring him up again. I think Tyler Lockett has sneaky value. He's going to play opposite Calvin Ridley, who obviously is the wide receiver one of that team, but Tyler Lockett's a veteran who played for the Seahawks and had good seasons with them. Now he gets his kind of fresh start, right? And I think he's going to be a guy that Cam Ward quickly realizes, I can rely on this guy to be at the right place at the right time all the time. And so I think when the pocket breaks down, you're going to see Tyler Lockett get the ball a lot. I think on 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8, whatever the situation may be, you're going to see Tyler Lockett get the ball a lot. I really am high on Tyler Lockett this year, not as a league, well, maybe a league winner. I was going to say not as a wide receiver one on your fantasy football team, but wide receiver 2/flex. I think he's got really, really.
I think
good
he
value.
will show up in the flex.
Yeah. Great value, I think, because not a lot of people are drafting him. They're like, yeah, he's forgotten. He's not forgotten. Cam Ward remembers him. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm. All right. And at tight end, they have Chig, Okonkwo. What?
This guy.
Can I get this out?
Yeah, go ahead.
But Chig is always hot, like a hot preseason commodity.
Why?
But then we haven't seen, there's always so much chatter about him, but then he never ends up producing much.
No.
I think that trend continues. I'm not sure, I'm fine to let other people take him as your tight end. Save other tight ends for me.
I just don't get it. It's like the Roshan Johnson love. I don't understand.
It's almost like the Kyle Pitts.
Well, that's justified. Kyle Pitts is a great talent. No?
So you can chatter up Kyle Pitts all you want.
Right.
You can draft him.
That's fair.
Or maybe I'll draft him out of spite and just put him on my bench.
You would. I did draft him in the Scott Fish Bowl. I did draft Kyle Pitts. You know who else drafted Kyle Pitts in the Scott Fish Bowl because they creeped on their team? Cody Zeeb. Very, very smart.
Cody, we should have. I did not need to have 2 Kyle Pitts people going against me. So it's a good thing he didn't come up.
Yeah.
In our last show.
Next time we have him on, I'm bringing it up.
No. All right, Justin, what can you give me for AFC South bets?
I got a couple I like, couple that are just kind of long shot fun plays. So I think you can get Nico Collins the most receiving yards in the AFC South, which, I mean, is it going to be Calvin Ridley or Tyler Lockett? No. Could it be Brian Thomas Jr.? Maybe, but I don't think so. Is it going to be any of the Colts? No. It's got to be Nico Collins. And it's plus money, plus 125 to have the most receiving yards in this division. That feels too easy, doesn't it?
It does feel easy. I mean, I feel like he's the obvious.
Yeah, unless he gets injured, but you don't
wish that.
No, in fantasy football and in gambling, you rarely wish for injury or bank on injury unless you're taking the under on somebody. But I think Nico Collins' most receiving yards in the AFC South at plus 125 is a great bet. I think the Texans win this division. Despite my doubts on their offensive line, I think they win the division.
I still have them winning the division.
And so then the number 2 team, I don't think it's going to be the Titans this year. They're building, right? So Colts or Jags, I'm still fading the Jags, especially in the first season of Duval, Liam Cohen.
Stop.
So yeah, I think it's going to be the Colts. So Texans, Colts, 1-2 exact order is plus 650. And I think that's how it goes. I think the Texans are first, Colts are second. Now you ready to get crazy?
Yeah, sure.
All right. AFC South, most passing yards. Let's say CJ Stroud can't stay upright because that offensive line sucks. Let's say Cam Ward, he's a rookie. He doesn't get there right away. And let's say Trevor Lawrence is not the guy that everybody thought he was, and he continues to struggle like he has.
Dan.
Yeah, you know where I'm going.
You're going with Dan.
Dan motherfucking Jones, most passing yards, it's 20-1.
That's a crazy one because the circumstances have to be right for that.
But you got to sprinkle a little on it.
I think you sprinkle.
20-1? Come on.
It's a fun one.
It is fun.
It's outside the box.
I'm an outside of the box type of thinker. I get it. I'm an outside of the box type of thinker. So yeah, I think so. Catching up with the chat, Cody says Pitts is an amazing talent.
Don't
and he's
put
still
Pitts
young.
in the chat.
and beware of Patrick Herbert, tight end. Blake Turner says that's interesting. I will note that. I have not researched
for the
Patrick
Jags.
Herbert very often. So yeah, so Brenton Strange not making the impact that they hoped when they drafted him last year, and that the Jags will have Patrick Herbert. I like that sneaky pick there. Cody also saying Jags are winning. I disagree. But
prove it. No, just
prove it. He also thinks Brian Thomas might win that most receiving yards. I think Nico's still the dude.
Nico.
Brian Thomas kind of came on in their sophomore season. They can trend up, or they can have that sophomore slump. I don't know. I think he has the sophomore slump. Maybe does not get as involved. Just my opinion.
All right.
It's my opinion. Should we talk about some whiskey?
Yes. So
remind everybody, what are we drinking?
We are drinking Smoke Wagon.
Oh, I better
Uncut. Yeah, you better pour it. Uncut, the younger bourbon. Now, on our previous episode that we just did tonight, we did Smoke Wagon's blenders select. Why can't I get that right?
I'm not quite sure.
It's their rye, the Blender Select rye. And you just made a mess.
I spilled on the desk. Whoops. All cleaned up.
Okay. Do you want to show the bottle? Oh, well, you got a picture, but you got to show the bottle. Hold the bottle.
Well, the bottle's got a sticker that I couldn't get off. Right.
Oh, this bottle doesn't have the sage all over it.
No, it's different because it's.
We have another Smoke Wagon that's a brown bottle that has the rays. So I just assumed this was the same. This tanks in my bottle rating.
I knew it would too.
If
when
you
I was looking at the bottles and
if you put that much effort into, is it because it's younger? So they're like, just bottle it.
Yeah.
Like, just let's not. So they don't have a lot of effort into this.
So immediately the bottle gets a what from you?
Oh my gosh, I'm so disappointed. when you see Smoke Wagon's bottles, like you expect that. They put the desert sage on the label.
Not raised on the glass. And you don't have the seal.
And no wax seal.
Right.
That is such a disappointment. How dare you, Smoke Wagon? Because it's such a pretty bottle. Like, it's a pretty bottle that
I'm
you
giving
want
it a
out.
2 for the bottle.
I would give it a 2 as well. Like, it's not a 1 because I like that it's a amber bottle, brown.
Yeah.
Amber, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I didn't because we ran out of time last episode. I didn't get into the background, so I'm going to give that to you now.
Are you saying Cody talked too much?
No, I'm saying we had a good time with Cody.
That's fair. I just realized, by the way, that I have your glass. It says Mermark on the bottom of my glass. Does yours say JMark?
Yep. No. Yes.
What do you mean no?
It says JMark. I can't read. What do you want?
I can't read.
So we're drinking Smoke Wagon Uncut, the younger bourbon.
Yeah.
And so Aaron Chepanik and Jonathan Hensley, These two guys started their own bar called the Griffin, and after
time, as the niece and nephew would say, time instead of time out. I believe Aaron was a screenwriter at the bar. There's a story you can look into. I don't know whether it's true or not, but somebody said, "Hey, that's that screenwriter dude." And Jonathan, I think I have this right, that Aaron was a screenwriter, and Jonathan said that a homeless looking dude. Anyways, go on.
Okay, so they started, their bar was called the Griffin, and after several years of sampling their inventory on late nights, they decided, why not make our own? So they decided to set up in Las Vegas because they love the Vegas.
Love the Vegas. Never been,
they actually became the first distillery in Vegas. In fact, the city had to create a unique license for them because Vegas had never had a distiller license available due to no need for one.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it
seems
is.
like a great spot for a distillery.
It does.
Doesn't it?
I mean, whiskey and
this was back in like the 2012s, like the teens, but still, you would think there would be. Anyways.
Yeah. So, and it took them 6 years to get up and running, but luckily, like, they started their distillate, and when they were finally ready to be up and running, it was ready. They were using high rye content in their mash bill, which I always love. I do. I'm partial to the rye. Now there's I kind of already gave this away for the bottles, like the story behind the bottles. Most of the bottles have, except for this one, which is so disappointing, have the raised imagery of the desert sage, which is the Nevada state flower. And it's pretty.
Yeah, which was Jonathan's idea. So that's kind of cool. He wanted to.
Yeah.
Usually, there was an interview with them, and Aaron said, usually you guys, you hire a designer or an engineer for this type of thing, but no, he had to have it his way. Then he goes, but the bottles are cool. So I guess it turned out all right.
And then the name Smoke Wagon comes from the Old West slang for the 1873 Colts single action army revolver. Or in other words, it's the gun that won the West. And those guns are it's on the wax seal on other bottles. On this, it's just on the back. I'm really, obviously, I'm a little bitter about it because you have this amazing bottle. Why would you not? Why is this whiskey? Why is this bourbon not good enough to be in the other bottles?
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm gonna steal some of your thunder here.
Yeah.
With the logo, which is the two guns over Nevada, which I'm looking at right now.
The state of Nevada.
Yeah. It's a quote, which is in Seneca, Indian, that says, I don't speak that, so hopefully I pronounce this correctly. Bibimus moriendum est. And the literal translation for that is drink for we must die.
Okay.
Which I think they more so meant like drink and enjoy today because time is precious. But drink for we must die. Anyways, I like it.
All right. Yeah. Some of their other products. Sorry, I'm trying to reel us back. Oh my gosh, shut up. They have Smoke Wagon bourbon, a variety, like they have it in a variety of different ways that they've bottled or aged. They have Smoke Wagon rye in a variety. They also have that in a variety of different ways. Like the Blenders Select.
Yeah,
I got that right this time.
There you go.
Not Distillers Select, not Blenders
Edition. I think you said.
I don't know. It's their Blenders Select. And they also have Silver Dollar American Vodka. Now I do want to say like they do source most of their stuff from MGP Indiana. They are moving to a new location in 2026 that may allow them to distill their own rather than sourcing as well as offer tours.
Yeah, I know that a lot of distilleries use MGP. I get that, but I did not know that they did. So learning that is a little disappointing.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I get it. If you don't have the means to distill your own, you don't have the place. I understand it, but I don't know. It's still a little disappointing.
It is. I think it always is when you're like really learning about the history and the background of a whiskey and you find, they don't make their own.
Right. Now, as far
as a lot of startup, like, and they're not a startup, but a lot of distilleries, when they're getting going and they're waiting for their own product to be aged, they will source.
Right.
But they'll do their own blending and they'll make it. like with their signature,
or
like
age it their way, blend it, whatever. Yeah.
But that's not the case for them. And it's just a little like, oh, well, you didn't distill it in Nevada. You didn't.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, and they bottle and age it,
they do.
or age it and bottle it or whatever. But yeah. And that's not, I mean,
it's still good whiskey.
Yeah, it is. And you can have a lot of customization. I almost said customification. I don't know why. Customization. You can have a lot of customization with MGP. You can say like, this is exactly how I want the mash bill to be or whatever, but you're still, there's something to be said about like, oh, hey, this distilled in Nevada. So it's got that unique Nevada water or something like that. Like our Colorado whiskeys, like it's got the Colorado Springs water, or the California, it's got the West Coast water. Like it just takes a little bit out of it. That's all.
Yeah.
It's still okay. But
and then I'm reading here, like their Uncut, the younger bourbon, it takes, like it says, it takes the same philosophy used to create a superior, affordable sipping bourbon. So maybe it's the affordable goes into the cheap bottle.
Yeah, there you go.
It's still not a cheap bottle. It's amber. Like it's their bottle, but it's not. It doesn't have the beautiful
cost wise. This is much cheaper than the rye one. Now we got them both a lot cheaper,
but so this is it's uncut, non-chill filtered. It's aged a minimum of 3.5 months.
That's why it's the younger.
I know, but that's so short. Like I would say younger is like a year. Nope. Less.
What's the proof on it?
It's 114 proof. So the one we tried on the previous show tonight, oh my gosh, I'm doing it again. Blenders Select Rye. I always just say it's the rye that we have. No, it's the Blenders Select Rye. That was a 116 proof.
You're gonna be like our niece. Her favorite saying that I noticed was buckets.
Oh,
and you're gonna be like, every time you come to it, it's the bulba. Buckets. What is it?
She's a character.
She is.
But yeah, so it's a 114 proof. Now on the nose, I can smell the proof.
Really? I can tell it's a bourbon.
You can tell.
I mean, the other one smelled like a bourbon as well.
I'm not going to say
really
I can
smell
like and pinpoint the proof. I'm not going to say that, but it smells strong.
Yeah.
The other 116 didn't to me.
No, it didn't.
It was that new car.
The new car smell. This has the corn smell from bourbon.
Absolutely. Getting corn on the nose.
Corn on the nose for sure. That's about all I get. It's like you reached into a bag.
I'm not getting sweet. You normally get like a little caramel smell or like the sweet smell. I'm not getting that.
You get corn though. Like I'm thinking about when you do distillery tours, sometimes they have like a barrel of the corn. Yeah. They're like, this is the corn that makes the bourbon. And you grab it and it leaves some dust on your hands.
This is going to sound horrible.
Hang on. I'm painting a beautiful picture here.
Okay. Beautiful picture painter.
You grab the corn because they say you can feel it, and you drop it and you got that dust on your hands from the corn. And then you're like, and that's what this smells like. It smells like that sweet corn dust.
What I was going to say is it doesn't smell like it has character.
Ooh. Because it's young?
It's too young. Uncut.
Too young. Uncut the
younger.
It's
just corn. It's just corn alcohol.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say it doesn't have character. Because the character is corn.
That's true.
Smells like toasted corn. Toasted corn.
Toasted
Stick your
corn.
nose in it a little harder.
She's said that before.
How dare you?
Happy anniversary, baby.
Knock it off. Okay, what are you getting? Talk about what you're getting.
I already explained it. I gave a beautiful picture of you're at a distillery, you're on a tour, you reach into the corn, you drop the corn, it leaves the dust,
the
and
whole
you sniff it.
You're doing that, I'm thinking about what I'm smelling.
I gave my vision.
Okay. That tastes good though. It tastes much better than it smells.
But
it has heat. Not spicy heat like the other.
To me,
heat
it
like
tastes
warm
young.
your belly.
To me, it tastes young. I can tell that this whiskey is a young whiskey.
I need to take a third.
Take a third.
Get the full profile.
There's not a ton that's jumps out to me. I like the rye much better. I like the Blender Select much better than this.
The first sip seems smoother. And then as we went, yeah, I think you're right. It does taste like a young bourbon. It doesn't have a lot of character. It's just high proof.
Yeah, no, I agree. They say the good sipping whiskey, excuse me.
A good sipping whiskey to me has character, it has flavor, it has spice, it has leather and tobacco and cigar and
just
whatever.
Grit in her teeth, leather and tobacco. This is just
smoke,
corn,
caramel. There's no caramel in this.
No, this is just corn.
It's corn.
This tastes like corn whiskey.
Where were we? Was it the Iowa Distilling bias where they have just the I don't know what I'm getting at.
Corn whiskey, 2 J's, I think you're thinking
2 J's.
of. Which is no longer a thing, but they
had
it was
like almost clear.
Corn. Yeah,
wasn't it almost clear? And it wasn't White Dog. It was just clear.
No, that was the 2 J's, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, this one I liked it in the old fashioned because it's high proof.
Yeah.
I liked this old fashioned better than the other old fashioned.
Cube's got a lot to do with that because I didn't like this one
cube.
As well.
Okay, well, see, then we have got to make them with big cubes.
I guess, yeah.
Or go to Whiskey Stones. I do not like watered down cocktails. Once that ice melts, it's like.
And I don't really like Whiskey Stones, but it's better than a watered down.
We have some good Irish marble Whiskey Stones.
Those might be, those would be
from
good.
Ireland.
I'll tell you what. When there's a stone in my glass and I'm drinking, I'm paranoid.
You're like cracking
fall.
Your teeth.
I already have a chipped tooth there that you don't get to see on the pod, but I do, and I'm always worried that stone just. How'd you break your tooth? Well, I was drinking whiskey, sir.
Drinking whiskey, the only way, the best way to break your tooth.
Right. All right, let's do some scoring on the nose.
On the nose.
Your bottle was 2. Right.
The nose is a 2.
The nose is a 2 for me as well. I already had my scores written down. I'm not just copying you. How about taste and finish?
The finish, because it's such a high proof, I just have burn in my belly.
Yeah.
Like it's a heat. I don't want to rate this as low as I'm going to, but I'm also going to say a 2. This is not a sipping whiskey to me.
We're seeing eye to eye again. I have a 2 as well.
Okay. Well, then we're rating so similarly.
2. What about in the
cocktail?
Because you liked it.
A 4. I think it's a good cocktail. I would put it in a cocktail. I think it belongs in a cocktail.
I put it as a 3. I thought it was. Yeah.
It is not they advertise it as like a superior affordable sipping whiskey, but I don't think this is a sipping whiskey to me.
I don't think it's superior, to be honest. I like a lot of Smoke Wagon stuff. That's not.
I'm not a fan. I'm not the biggest fan of this. Now the rye, that was really good. That had so much character and complexity, and I was digging that. But in my old fashioned, now maybe I need you to make me an old fashioned that doesn't get watered down within 5 minutes, and then I can better judge them. But
you like the rose ice cubes. It's not my fault.
But I will say that I really prefer to just drink my whiskey neat. Yeah. I would prefer that over. I like an old fashioned because it's not a super sweet cocktail.
This is why you're such a big Hoser fan.
Am I coffee black?
Yeah.
Am I bed at 3 a.m. after staying up all night reading? Yes.
I prefer my bed around 10:45, but
no. On the weekends. Anyway. Yeah, I like this better in a cocktail. I think it's good for a cocktail. I don't remember what the price point on this bottle is, but I think that if it's more expensive, then there are better whiskeys.
I can tell you, we didn't pay the price point. We got this at a whiskey auction
from the Spirit
store that was closing down. But the retail that they had on it was $50. Yeah, I would not.
I wouldn't do that
for this.
No.
Now the retail on the other one, which we got at the same auction, was $85.
Smoke Wagon is expensive.
Yeah. Now $85 is a lot, but I think that one might be worth it.
If it's
I like
as
that
a
one.
good like a sipping whiskey, a special whiskey, I don't know.
They're Blender Select. I think I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that for sure. Now, we can't get out of here without going through the new segment that was just created.
You like this too much. Okay, where you're going to make me rank these
quarterbacks
on looks.
But the biggest question is, do you do Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones? Or do we throw them both in and have 5?
Throw them both in, and I'll tell you based on looks who should be their face of the quarterback.
The face of their quarterback.
I don't think it's Dan Jones.
All right. Well, let's start with CJ Stroud.
Okay.
All right. I've pulled him up in front of you.
He's a kid.
He has a baby face.
He's a baby.
For sure.
Okay.
Look at that little baby face.
Yeah, he's not giving me Tua vibes.
Then we'll go to Trevor Lawrence, also known as Sunshine, because he looks like the guy from Remember the Titans that was named Sunshine.
Okay.
Not a very pleasant face, in my opinion.
Let's move on. Show me Cam.
Cam Ward.
All right. He's also a baby.
Yeah.
This feels weird ranking these guys.
Well, they're over 18. You're fine. Anthony Richardson.
Okay. And Dan Jones.
And Daniel Jones. Whose eyes look way too close together.
And he looks like this is not the division for quarterbacks. If we're going on looks.
No, I agree with you there.
I noticed you didn't give me any shirtless pictures for this one.
Oh, I didn't type it in yet. Let me.
I think shirtless is going to have to come into play. Dan Jones has a dad bod.
There's Dan Jones. You're going to have to rate them shirtless. That's fair. I mean, you got to, right?
If the face isn't there, you got to go shirtless.
I mean, Anthony Richardson got the tats that you like with Tua.
Oh my goodness, he is tatted.
Yeah, he's very tatted up.
Mm-hmm.
So that could play into your ranking.
It could
system.
be.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Ward, again, a baby, has no tats.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence, I can guarantee you, has no tattoos.
Can you just from that?
There we go.
Okay, he just looks like a chill dude.
Plot twist: if you don't want to get in trouble by your significant other or girlfriend, you can Google Trevor Lawrence shirtless, and it's just a lot of pics of him and his significant other, apparently, in their swimsuit, so in a bikini there. And then CJ Stroud, not the most ripped dude, but not ripped.
I gotta go. Did you do Dan Jones shirtless? Oh, he has a dad bod, and he's just looking like you said. His eyes are. His eyes horrible. Are too close, this is so horrible. Okay, I'm gonna go Cam Ward at the bottom. He's just a baby. He's just a baby.
I'm just a baby. All right, Cam Ward number 4.
Oh yeah, because I have to pick Dan. Well, I'm picking Anthony Richardson as the face of the Colts.
All right, so Dan Jones is out.
Cam Ward, then Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Then
not the long hair is not doing it for you, obviously.
I mean, he has good hair. That's what's going for him.
But he has good hair.
He has good hair.
So you're between CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson. Do the tattoos win out?
They do. Anthony Richardson's number 1 for this division, followed by CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, and then Cam Ward. There you go.
There you go.
You made me. I got you in order.
I think Cody's agreeing. Richardson's a starter. You got to go with him.
Yeah,
it's his new favorite segment. We'll have to backdate. We did the NFC South.
It's that. Well, let's just do it now. We might as well just do it now. We've got.
That puts me on the spot for trying to remember everybody. You got Bryce Young, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You got my guy, who should be number 1. Baker Mayfield, right? I mean, should be.
Mm-hmm.
You got Michael Penix. Maybe that plays into.
He's a baby too.
Who am I forgetting? We got Falcons, Bucks, Panthers, Saints. We got who's starting for the Saints? I think it's
the Saints.
I think Spencer Rattler starts for him, and he's 4th. My opinion.
Gosh.
Just my opinion. All right, so let's look at Bryce Young, and then I'll bring up shirtless for you. You ready? There's Bryce Young. You see him?
Wait. Okay, Bryce Young. Yep.
And then you gotta go with that's not.
Wait,
Bryce
that is
Young.
not Bryce Young. That's Pinterest. Who is that on Pinterest? That's not
This
Bryce
is
Young.
Bryce Young here. I don't know about the rest.
Okay.
You got Baker Mayfield, who's got to be number one. I mean, he's got to be, right?
He's your number one.
He's my number one. Not a dad bod, but not a ripped bod, just a athletic dude, right?
He's got muscles.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. And the armpit hair, maybe the armpit hair is doing it for you. I don't know. All right, there's Michael Penix.
Okay.
You got a good look at Penix.
He's a baby.
And his Penix.
Stop it.
But,
he is tatted.
But he's tatted.
Okay.
Which Cody is saying Tyler Shuck will be the starter. So
can we get Rattler out of here?
Because why?
He's just not.
He has alopecia or something. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shuck, I mean.
Yep.
I'm gonna guess he's not ripped, but it depends which photo you look at here. All right, so
okay,
who do you want to see next or first? I mean, do you need to see anybody else?
Show me Bryce Young again.
NFC South rankings. This guy right here.
He looks like in all these photos that he's very into himself, but he's not talented at football.
I'm not a fan of his hair. He's got a very 5 head. Not a 4 head. He's got a 5 head. He's got a really large.
No, he doesn't.
Look at that forehead.
Okay, let's continue.
All right.
Baker Mayfield. Show me Baker Mayfield.
The man.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that dude. I mean,
he looks manly. Baker Mayfield looks manly.
Yeah, he's got the beard and everything. Mm-hmm. Miranda was upset that I shaved
I was mad at you.
Too short, apparently.
I look at you and I was like, what did you do?
Yeah.
But let's continue.
Michael Penix, which the tats might win you over.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go back to just the face photo. He does have a bit of a baby face.
He's a baby face.
But look at all those tats. Oh,
look at all those tats.
And then Tyler Shuck.
He looks like he could be a country singer.
I was just saying, he's a generic white dude, right? I mean, can't be racist when I'm white. It's not racist to say he's a generic white dude. I mean, there's.
I'm going Penix 4 because he's too much of a baby.
Wow, putting the tattoos at number 4.
Tattoos aren't always a number 1.
All right, so Michael Penix number 4.
Yep.
Who's your number 3?
Oh. Let me see Bryce Young again. This is just weird. This is a weird segment, Justin, that you're making me rank these quarterbacks.
You love it.
It's funny. I know he's got some. I don't know, but you're telling me about his forehead.
He's 4 on mine. He's definitely 4.
No, Penix 4. I'm gonna do then Bryce Young, then Tyler Shuck, and then Baker Mayfield number 1.
Oh, we agree on Baker Mayfield being number 1. Look at that. Look at that dude. Mm-hmm. He's a dude. He's a man's man. I don't know.
I had more fun ranking the AFC South.
You liked Tua. You just liked looking at Tua.
No,
That's
I said South in this one because we're doing the South.
All right. I thought you meant you just liked Tua.
Well, Tua
in the East.
I don't know.
She's gonna be Googling Tua nonstop now.
Tua's gonna be my background photo now.
For fuck's sake, everybody.
Oh, Justin. You're making me laugh.
Texans are gonna win. Colts are second place. Jaguars third. Titans fourth. That's how it's gonna play out. Looking up for all these quarterbacks. I mean, there are a lot of young quarterbacks in the division. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. You got anything else you want to add?
No, I think good.
Smoke Wagon Blenders Select Rye is better.
It's better, Uncut, and it's a rye, bourbon. Hands down.
I usually pick bourbons over ryes, but
so that's telling.
Yeah, this one I will pick. You got anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm good.
All right, we are out of here. We'll be back to preview the other divisions with some guests.
Likely have to do we won't do 2 in one night. It was much.
It was much.
But we'll probably, get all these divisions in before the start of the season and our beginning of season preview or whatever we're gonna do. We're probably gonna have to have a couple guest episodes next week or the following.
Yeah, absolutely. If you didn't catch it, make sure you catch the AFC East division with Cody Zeeb. And Cody Zeeb, check it in. Great show. You guys are the best. No, sir, you are the best.
Thank you, Cody.
That's all we got for tonight. We don't have a new sign off. I'm going to stick with the same one. I've
It's
said it
so
before,
good.
but it is so good.
We're just not auction fantasy anymore.
But we still play a lot of auction fantasy
sure
football.
do.
Going once, going twice.
Sold.